Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. In a land of dragons and knights, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold. A small village nestled in the heart of a lush forest, the villagers of Willowdale lived simple lives, tending to their crops, raising their families, and honoring the ancient traditions passed down through generations. Among the villagers was a young boy named Ember. He was a curious and adventurous soul, with a mop of messy brown hair and eyes that sparkled like the stars on a clear night. Ember lived with his parents, the village blacksmith, and his wife, in a cozy little cottage on the outskirts of the village. One day, while exploring the forest, Ember stumbled upon a hidden clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous dragon, its scales glinting like polished jade in the fading light. The dragon's wingspan was so wide that it cast a shadow over the entire clearing, and its eyes burned with a fierce inner light. Ember was both awed and terrified by the sight of the dragon. He had heard stories of dragons being fierce beasts, but he had never seen one up close before. The dragon, sensing Ember's presence, slowly turned its head and fixed him with a piercing gaze. For what felt like an eternity, Ember stood frozen, unsure of what to do. But as the dragon's eyes held his, he felt a strange sense of calm wash over him. The dragon's gaze was not menacing, but rather friendly. Suddenly, the dragon spoke in a voice that rumbled like thunder. "Greetings, young one. My name is Thistle, and I have been waiting for you." Ember's eyes widened in amazement. "Me? Waiting for me?" Quote. Thistle nodded its great head. "Yes, Ember, you have a special gift, one that I have been searching for. You see, I am the last of my kind, and I have been tasked with finding a worthy successor to inherit my powers and continue the legacy of the ancient dragons." Ember's mind reeled as he tried to process the enormity of what Thistle was saying. "Me? A worthy successor?" Quote. Thistle chuckled, a low rumble that sent shivers down Ember's spine. "Ah, yes. You, Ember, possess the heart of a true dragon. Your curiosity, your bravery, and your sense of justice make you the perfect candidate to inherit my powers." Ember's eyes sparkled with excitement as he listened to Thistle's words. He had always felt like there was something missing in his life, something he was meant to do, and now, he was being told that he had a special purpose, one that could change the course of his life forever. Thistle led Ember back to the village, where the villagers gathered around, curious about the commotion. The dragon explained Ember's new role as its successor, and the villagers cheered and celebrated, welcoming Ember into their midst. As the days passed, Ember spent more and more time with Thistle, learning about the ancient art of dragon magic. Thistle taught him how to harness his inner strength, how to communicate with animals, and how to wield the power of the elements. But not everyone in the village was pleased with Ember's new role. A group of villagers, led by a gruff old knight named Sir Reginald, grew suspicious of Thistle and the magic it wielded. They believed that the dragon was a monster, a creature that should be feared and destroyed. Sir Reginald and his followers began to spread rumors and lies about Thistle, claiming that it was a curse on the village and that Ember was under its dark influence. The villagers, caught up in the drama, began to turn against each other, and soon the village was divided into two camps: those who supported Ember and Thistle, and those who believed the knight's lies. As the tension mounted, Ember found himself torn between his loyalty to his friends and family, and his duty to Thistle and the dragon magic. He knew that he had to find a way to bring the villagers together, to show them that Thistle was not a monster, but a noble creature that deserved their respect and admiration. One night, Ember decided to take matters into his own hands. He snuck out of his cottage, determined to confront Sir Reginald and his followers once and for all. As he approached the old knight's mansion, He could feel the air thickening with anticipation. Sir Reginald, sensing Ember's presence, emerged from the shadows, his eyes blazing with anger. "You're a foolish boy, Ember," he sneered. "You're under the dragon's spell, and you're going to bring ruin to our village." Ember stood tall, his heart pounding in his chest. "I'm not under any spell, Sir Reginald," he said, his voice steady. "I'm doing what's right, and I know that Thistle is not a monster. It's a noble creature that deserves our respect and admiration." Sir Reginald snorted. "You're just a naive boy, Ember. You don't know what's best for this village." Ember's eyes flashed with anger. "I know what's best for this village," he said. "And it's not to turn against each other. It's to work together, to find common ground, and to respect each other's differences." The air seemed to vibrate with tension as Ember and Sir Reginald locked eyes. But then, something strange happened. A faint glow began to emanate from Ember's body. A glow that seemed to match the light in Thistle's eyes. Sir Reginald's expression changed, his anger giving way to a look of wonder. "By the gods," he whispered. "You're a dragon, Ember. A true dragon, with the heart of a noble beast." The villagers, who had been watching from the shadows, began to murmur among themselves. They saw the truth in Ember's eyes. The truth that Thistle had seen all along. Ember was a true dragon, a worthy successor to the ancient magic. As the villagers began to whisper among themselves, Ember felt a surge of power flow through him. He raised his hands, and a blast of fire shot forth, illuminating the night sky. The villagers cheered, their doubts and fears forgotten in the face of Ember's newfound magic. Thistle, who had been watching from the shadows, emerged from the darkness, its eyes shining with pride. "Well done, Ember," it said, its voice rumbling like thunder. "You have proven yourself to be a true dragon. With the heart of a noble beast, you are the worthy successor I have been searching for." And with that, Ember knew that his journey had just begun. He would continue to learn the ways of the dragon, to master the ancient magic, and to use his powers to protect and serve the village. He was no longer just a boy from Willowdale, but a true dragon, with a destiny that would shape the course of his life and the lives of those around him. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.